Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of my summer car. We are going to build a engine, the entire motor that goes into the car, and that is going to be the most complicated part, at least in my opinion. But holy cow, did I learn a lot about engines. This is actually really great. I love games like that. It's much better than, for instance, learning the vocabulary for engines just on a sheet with a list. Anyways, at the moment it is early Tuesday, so the sun will rise very shortly, but we need to drink some beer, and someone actually let me know you can also drink water. Let's see, can we drink that? Maybe we have to bottle it up first? I'm not sure. Oh well, whatever, we're just gonna go with the beer for the time being, since we still have some here. And then maybe also some sausages to get rid of our hunger. Good, dirtiness. Maybe that's also something we can take care of since it's still nighttime. Ah, okay, there we go. That is the bathroom. We also have a sauna. Man, holy cow, we're living the life, I would say. Building cars, having saunas. Okay, how do I use that? Let me see. Can I get rid of my dirtiness, please? I have no idea how to use the shower, so I guess we're just gonna continue with the game. So let's go ahead and have a look outside again. So yeah, as I suspected, it's still pretty dark outside. However, we're gonna do most, or actually all of the work in today's episode in the garage. Oh, come on, let me just freaking hit that switch. There we go. Okay, so maybe we do need a little bit of space. I think I'm just gonna get rid of those headlights for the time being. We're gonna place them over here somewhere. And also the rear lights, of course. So, the engine. We are gonna do it, guys. The first thing we need for the engine is, of course, the engine block. Right there. Now, at the moment, we're having a look at it from the top. What I want to do is switch it around so we can have it upside down. Okay, there we go. The block is in place. Let's go ahead and pick ourselves a crankshaft. This is the next thing we need, and we want to put this, let's see, right here somewhere. Ah, there we go. I found the sweet spot. You don't need to screw anything in for this one, but that reminds me, we should actually grab our little toolbox here. Come with Papa. And we're gonna place that toolbox maybe right here. Let's see, can we do that? Oh yeah, toolbox, open up. Okay, after the crankshaft, we need a couple of bearings. Let's see if we can find them. Yeah, main bearing 1. That probably goes on the left or the right side, doesn't matter. Well, actually, probably does matter. Ah, there we go. So it's on the right side in this case. And then we want to go with bearing 2, which should be in the center. Yeah, there we go, and also bearing 3, which is gonna be on the left side here. For the bearings, we need the number 9 tool, there we go, and they have 2 screws each. And the last one, we have 1 and 2 screws here. Make sure you screw them in entirely. I actually heard the car can break down after a while if you don't. Next up, we need to grab the camshaft, which could be this thing here. Yes, and we want to place it right inside of there. Let's see, that's actually on the left side or the front side, the way I've rotated it. And it actually sticks out here a little bit. We need to attach a few things to the camshaft. However, it does have a couple of screws, and I think we need to use the smallest for this one, so the tool 5. Come on, tool 5, beautiful, and we want to screw these guys in here. So that's just 1 and 2. Next up, we have the camshaft gear, which could be this guy. Oh yeah, I like how the parts are actually kind of close together, so you don't get confused too much. I mean, they could be all in a chest or so, in one chaos. So camshaft gear, we're gonna need a number 10 tool for this one, which is right here. And we want to screw this single screw in here. Next up, we have a couple of pistons. I'm already gonna prepare the tool, which is tool 7 right there. The pistons we have here. They actually look pretty good. Oh no, they are rusty as well. Never mind. Okay, so the pistons I do believe can go in like so. Let me see. I might have to turn around the engine block slightly. There we go. I found the sweet spot for some reason. There it is. Okay, so it should work like that. Okay, let's see. That should be piston 2, and the sweet spot is somewhere here. I just saw it. This is frustrating sometimes, but there we go. We did it. You actually have to attach them from the other side. I think from the top it's probably better, but if we just have it like hovering over the engine block, it should be good. So that's piston number 4, which should go right here. Beautiful. Okay, now let's turn this around again so we can have a look at it from the below, basically. We already have the tool, if I'm not mistaken, and there's also 2 screws per piston with the number 7 tool. Alright, there we go. I screwed them all in. Let's take care of the timing belt, which should go right here. Or that is actually a timing chain, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, timing chain, and we want to place that guy right here somewhere. Yeah. There we go. Next up, we need the timing cover. This looks like... No, this is the engine plate, actually. The timing cover, where is it? Ah, look at that timing cover. What the heck is it doing over there? This was so weird, but we finally got it. We're gonna place it right there. For the timing cover, we need the number 6 tool, and also we have 6 screws, actually. And that's 5, and one more over there, 6. The timing cover is done. Let's go ahead and do the engine plate right there. I believe this actually goes on the other side. Yep, there we go. Engine plate we don't need to screw in, however the flywheel we are going to have to do. The flywheel is right here and goes right there. Come on. Yes, beautiful. Okay, we need the tool number 6 in order to accomplish this. I think we already got that, to be honest with you, so we should be able to screw that in. No, we don't have it. Oh yes, we need number 7. We don't need number 6 for this. My mistake. We screw all of these guys in here. Oh, I'm thirsty. I need to prevent myself from dying. So let's go ahead and drink some beer here before we die. That would be horrible. Come on. Oh my gosh. That was actually close. Whew. I just drank 3 beers. Holy Moses. I don't feel well. Not at all. Okay, let's just continue. Doesn't matter how drunk we are. What we want to do now is actually combine 2 items before we put them into the engine. And the 2 items are the clutch disc and clutch cover. Clutch disc right there, and combine that with the clutch cover plate, and then we should be able to attach them right here. Let's see if that works. Yes, indeed. Great. Okay, we need the number 6 tool in order to do something with that. And we want to screw in 6 screws to be exact. Okay, it's a little bit harder than I anticipated while being drunk, but what you gonna do? I feel like we forgot the clutch pressure plate. Does this actually go on here? I believe so. Let me maybe test this theory. Yeah, there we go. It actually fits together. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I saw that. Probably would have exploded right there. Yay, we did it. Let's get the number 11 tool right there, and we also want to grab ourselves the crankshaft pulley, I think so, yeah. So that obviously goes again on the other side, because it's a crankshaft item, and I want to screw that in with number 11. It's just a single screw for this one. Okay, so what was the next thing on our list? I think the water pump, which is this bad boy right there, and I think it goes on this side, to be honest with you. Yeah, because on the other side we need to attach the gearbox and stuff. So the water pump requires tool 7, which I already have in my hands, I do believe so, and it's 5 screws. So let me quickly finish that. There we go, set and done. The next thing we need is the water pump pulley, and this should be going on top of here. Yeah. We need also tool number 7 for these screws, and they are just 4. Great, it's looking great so far. I'm actually really enjoying this. Now it's fun to learn about cars. Oh geez, the phone is ringing again. I don't want the phone to be ringing. So what we're actually gonna do is unplug this bad boy. There we go. So far so good. Let's go ahead and grab the alternator. This is the next thing I need. Now let's see, can we attach this bad boy right here? I'm actually not sure where it goes. Ah, right there actually. Beautiful. Okay, I think it might be best to turn around the engine soon, but first we're gonna need a tool. This alternator needs to be screwed on, and I believe we need at least 2 screws with the number 10 tool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn this around just because I cannot find the screws otherwise. To be honest, I cannot find the second screw. Maybe I meant something else with my cheat sheet. We're also gonna need the number 7 tool, and we can screw in this guy. Ah, I understand. So it's just 1 screw with number 7 and 1 screw with number 10. At least that's what I'm hoping for, otherwise we're just gonna explode. Now, do I have to, like, screw this one in here? Or is this just for adjustment purposes? I'm actually not entirely sure about this screw. Anyways, we're gonna continue with the top of the engine block right here, namely with the head gasket right there. I think we can just plot this right here, and then we can go ahead and grab the cylinder head, which is this beautiful bastard here. Oh yes, look at that. Just gonna put this right there. And this one we have to screw in a lot. I think I need a number 7 in order to accomplish this. Yeah, we do have about 10 screws here actually. Or exactly 10 to be honest. It's 9 and 10. Good. Next up, we're gonna need the rocker shaft right there. We're gonna push this into the engine like so. And slowly but surely it's taking form, isn't it? We need the tool number 8. We do seem to have a couple of power problems, but that's fine. The light turns on every now and then again. So that's only 5 screws in this case. And 5. Good. Now that we have the rocker shaft, we can use the rocker cover on top of it. And this is screwed in with the number 7 spanner. I've never called it spanner so far, but I'm making no distinction between bolts and screws and such, so I guess it doesn't matter anyways. So that's 3 screws on each side. And 1 more right there. Great, okay, looking good, looking good. Let's find the oil pan. This guy right here, of course, it's humongous. Oh, I think it's best to switch this guy around again, so we can actually attach it to the bottom where it belongs, I guess. Right here, I saw it. There we go. Oil pan also requires the number 7 guy, and it has 8 screws, so that's 4 screws on each side. This one here is a little bit hard to spot. After the oil pan, it's time for the gearbox, which we can find right here. The gearbox needs to go somewhat like this. There we go. And this guy does have a couple of screws. Holy cow, we have to use number 10 first, which I already have. And we're gonna screw in a couple of guys right here. Oh, it's actually only this single screw here that uses the number 10. Then we have to switch to number 7 and do the rest of them, which are additional 6 screws located right here around the edges. And 3 more right here. Good, good, good. Now let's go ahead and grab the drive gear, which is, I think, this guy. Yeah, look at that. Me knowing all the parts, I'm so proud of myself. So looking at the engine, this might actually go into this hole here. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. This is so much fun. Drive gear requires number 6, which is this guy. And it looks as though we have about 7 screws here. So that's 2, 3 on the top. Then we have 3 on the bottom and also 1 over here. Set and done. The next thing we need is a distributor. Let's see. Yeah, that's that bad boy here. And I think for this one we might want to switch it around again. Something like that, and then attach it. Does it go here? Oh jeez, I totally fail at this one. Yeah, right there. Okay, so it's actually on the other side. I might want to turn this around. Great, okay, this guy has 1 single screw right there. After the distributor, we need the oil filter, which we can also find right here. It goes there, and actually this guy you screw in by hand. That is kind of something that got me confused a little bit. Good, okay, now since we are facing this side already, I think it might be a good decision to go for the spark plugs now. We're just gonna input them right here into these holes. Oh man, the sweet spot for these guys is really hard to find for some reason, but you also screw them in by hand, so you just hover them over the sweet spot. Oh, please do me the favor. Ah, okay, they are actually numbered. I'm such an idiot. So they are numbered, that's why it didn't work with all of them. Oh well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? We are gonna need the headers next. So let's grab this bad boy and place it right on top of here somehow. So thinking about it, this might actually go on the other side of the engine again. So I think I'm just gonna turn it sideways like that, and then we check out if we can attach this here. Yes, indeed. Headers require the number 8. There we go. And we attach like 5 screws, 2 on either side and then 1 in the center. There we go, and this one here. Unfortunately, the weather is really bad, so we are gonna have to live with a little bit of background noise. But we are gonna continue with the Carburetor, or Carburetor, or however you would pronounce that. Gonna place that guy right here. This also requires tool 8 and has 4 screws. Now, it might be a little bit hard to find them. We have one there, then one is hidden, and then I guess on the other side, yeah, 2 more. Good, looking good so far. Let's grab the electrics right there, and we're gonna attach them somehow. Yeah, there we go, like that it will work. It has to attach to this guy, the starter. Is that the starter? No. Electrics also take the number 8 screw, so we're gonna do that and that, 2 of them. So this was not the starter actually. The starter we are gonna do right now, this guy here. Yes, baby. And this also attaches to this side, I believe. Yeah, there we go. I found the sweet spot. Beautiful. Let's turn this around so we can have a better look at it. Starter requires tool 7. So I'm gonna grab that, and it is right here. How many screws? The starter has 2 screws. One there and there. Good, good, good. Next up, we need the fuel pump. Is that you? Yes, indeed. The sweet spot for the fuel pump is right here, where we have our oil filter. So we're gonna place that here. Fuel pump has 2 screws, number 7. We already got that. So we are gonna screw that in on the bottom. And let's see, there is another one here. Great, okay, so now I believe the last thing we need in order to complete this is the air filter, which was right there, and we can simply attach this to the top. Now for the air filter we actually need tool number 6, and there are 2 screws here on the top. Alright guys, and there you have it. We have completed the entire engine, at least what we can built into the car using this little engine lifter. Wow, that was quite a project, I have to say. This is really cool. Let's just place this right here for the time being. And then what we want to do is, of course, lower this guy here. There we go, to something like that. And then we just need to align this properly, and I believe we can just screw this in. I'm not sure how it exactly works. This is the first time I'm trying this out. What I need is, we're gonna need number 10 for this to work. And now, could we just do that? Does this do anything? And then we also do that. Oh, look at that! It actually worked. So I just screwed in these 2 screws, and it automatically attached to the lifter. Let's also see if we can hoist it up. Yeah, look at that, guys. Very cool. However, before we can actually build that into our car, there's a few more parts we have to build into the car that are not going to be easily reachable if we do the engine first. I'm not even sure if that would work. But you can see we still have a couple of parts that we are going to do the next time. We're going to build in the engine, add all of the other stuff such as seats and doors and everything. It's going to be amazing. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great time and see you in the next one. Bye bye.